Welcome back to Fantasy TV, where we get the inside scoop on your real passion, dig deep into your aspirations, and make that fantasy dream become a reality. Today's fantasy is about a brother who's redefining almost every industry you can think of. He's been an entrepreneur since the age of 19. He's been in music, been in finance, network marketing, public speaking, social media, and in the acting industry in films on Tubi, Amazon Prime, Flowflix app, and a life coach in helping people with their personal addictions. Lynx, pleasure to be here.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. That was a wonderful introduction. I need to put you in my pocket, take you on the road.
Nah, for real, man. Real clean cut, professional intro. You know how we do always.
You already know, man.
But thank you for coming up on this platform. Talk to me about some of the things that you provide and your background. Let's start right there.
First and foremost, I started off being a seller, entrepreneur. Started off selling children's clothes, and then ventured off into music, then ventured off into acting, and then finance, and life insurance, credit, investment, that thing, and I've always been doing community work too. And the most recent thing was just learning how to get rid of my own personal addictions and how to help other people with it. So here I am today, you know what I mean?
Now, of course. Shouts out to you for that. So I want to get the ball rolling right now. Battling personal addictions. Did you have to take a lot of discipline in order for you to do that?
Absolutely.
All right. So mental discipline, physical discipline. Like, how did you tell yourself no in moments when it was very hard?
Well, I always had a little bit of addiction. I mean, I said addiction, discipline in me, whatever. But personally, honestly, what was the most hardest thing for me is I used to smoke a lot of weed, and there's nothing wrong with people who smoke weed, but I wanted out of that game, and it was more so just getting out of my body. Once I got it out of my body and started replacing my habits or other things, it became like an easy, smooth ride.
You just switched your hobby or that habit with something else.
Pretty much.
And
exactly.
When did this become a consistent thing for you? Well, for me personally, I remember I started smoking them at an early age, 13, 14, unfortunately. What about you? When did you start?
17. I've been smoking for
That's an appropriate age.
Right? I was smoking like crazy, on and off, here and there. I took like a year off, came back to it. Because, life happens. Sometimes we gotta battle. So, it came to a point where I was like, yo, let me see what my life looked back like when I just put this on chill mode. Because now it done became expensive.
You feel what I'm saying? Everybody taxing 60 for the eighth. You know how I go in the towns.
I feel like the weed that's out now is
sprayed,
not what it was back then. And on top of that, I was spending like $5-6 grand a year on bud. That shit add up. So it just one day I was just thinking about it, and I just, I started making smoothies to help get that addiction out of my body, the craving. And my homegirl, she creates apps. Shout out to her.
Okay.
And she saw what I did, and then we created an app off of it. And helping people do that, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how that started and went about.
All right. Speaking of apps, brother, you're on Tubi, right? So
correct.
You're an actor.
Correct.
Talk about this career the career path that you chose.
Shout out to FlowX Film, man. Juan Lee Basmer, Rallo, they gave me the opportunity. It actually stemmed from me doing music. They had a movie called Brooklyn Fever that's out on Tubi right now.
Brooklyn Fever.
And he wanted me to do the score to the movie, so that's what happened. I did the score, music video included, and as cross promotion, he just wanted me to be in the movie, get my face out there, et cetera, and so forth. And it kind of just went from there, like a snowball effect,
So one person saw you, and then now they want to keep hiring you for different platforms. No, I love that.
I always felt like acting was like a personable talent that I feel like what I mean by that is I feel like everybody's born with something they know how to do and they never had no experience doing. You know what I'm saying?
God-gift talent.
Right. So it kind of felt like that, and I just wanted to cultivate it even more. So I just kept pursuing it. We just did something last month. My homegirl Star, shout out to her. I signed the NDA, so I can't really talk too much about it, but we shot a couple scenes and stuff here and there, so I'm looking forward to that too.
Nah, that's dope. Can't wait to tap in. Can't wait to see what's coming out. Definitely. Since we're gonna keep on this piggyback on this aspect of acting, when did you want to start doing this?
Ever since I've been watching movies, I've always found the intrigue, and just how do they do it? Because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, we act all the time. We're just not thinking about it.
Whatever. Yeah.
And not to say that, in a bad way, but you know, whether you acting out or whether you dancing, it's a form of acting, like, or were you personally speaking, or if you're doing music, like, you know what I'm saying?
Even which, couldn't you say like coach, but let's just say you work in a corporate office. When you talk to your boss, are you not an actor? That is not how you communicate to your friends, your family. Stop the bullshit. So you're an actor.
You know what I'm saying?
Everyone deserve a Grammy. You heard?
Yeah, exactly. Because you get on work, you got to put on that customer service voice. You got to
feel what I'm
switch
saying?
up your vocabulary to sound professional.
a
You know,
fact.
it's a form of acting. So I think we do it every day and we don't realize it. And it's just more so about like seeing that, recognize it, taking advantage of it. You know.
Now, next question: what 3 movies from childhood stood out the most to you?
It's a good question. Damn, that's a very good question. I gotta really pause for a minute.
No, that's cool. You think about
Rocky 4.
Rocky 4.
Rocky.
I'm gonna lie, bro. I was born 99, the last week of 99. What happened in Rocky 4?
So to me, my perspective of that movie is about Rocky obviously being on top and him going through that road of just, you know, being a champion. He took a lot of beatings. You know what I'm saying? So his brain damage, he was developing brain damage. So he had to retire, you know, but his man, Apollo Creed, you know, he ain't want to retire. He's like, yo, I want to still box. This is who I am. You know, that fame is a drug type of situation. And he ended up battling somebody who whipped him so bad that killed him. So Rocky in the movie wanted to take revenge and fight for him and stuff like that. And he took the fight for free all the way out to Russia to fight Dolph Lundgren. And, you know, and it's crazy because the movie came out, it's like in correlation with the Cold War, with America versus Russia. And it has this whole entrepreneur battle to it, like from how I see it, because, you know, entrepreneurship is up and down, up and down. It's all about getting back on top again. So I see it from so many different ways. Another movie is Dark Knight.
We got Rocky 4, Dark Knight. Not even gonna lie, we all love Dark Knight.
Who doesn't
Hands
love
down.
Dark Knight, right?
Hands down with that one.
I see that movie from looking at both perspectives, from light and dark. You know what I'm saying? And having its own little twist to it and combining it and et cetera and so forth. And the last movie, dang, man.
We got Dark Knight, Rocky 4, and
I'm going to have to say either Casino or Goodfellas.
Goodfellas I could rock with. I don't think I tapped in with Casino.
Oh, man. You need to, bro.
All right, I'm going to lock in.
I love them mob movies. You learn a lot about them. You know what I'm saying? In terms of rules, discipline, you know how to form a foundation. You take out all the excess bad part about it. You know, they have like a brotherhood, like, you know, what to do and what not to do. You know what I mean? Respect the rules.
And one thing I will say about like the mob culture, they don't cross each other. And when they do, they stand on. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly, they stand on business.
You see how they feel when how they treat to a rat. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you done cross the line. You done. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you detach a part of yourself, and I like that about their culture. I wish, like, even, you feel what I'm saying, ethnic community, black people, I wish we picked that up for ourselves. Just to stand on what we believe in.
I totally agree with that.
Nah, word. Let me see. Next question.
This drink is good, by the way, bartender.
Nah, yes, sir. I'm telling people what you sipping on.
Honestly, I don't even know. It tastes like some rum with orange juice with a little bit of raspberry in it, right?
Did the Ray Nephew for that, but shout out to the sponsors for this episode right here, Bel Air. Next week, next Friday, February 7th, we have a mixology class coming out, and now trust me, you don't want to miss. Classes in session, February 7th. But back to what you were saying, boy.
Real quick, what's the name of this drink though?
This right here, I get at a rum sunrise because that's not tequila, but that's just straight Ray Nephew, OJ, and the raspberry. 0.5 ounces of that raspberry, not too much.
Tastes good though.
Yes, sir. We outside, respectfully. Are you a drinker or much? Because I say you say you was used to battle addiction. I doubt alcohol was something.
Nah, definitely not.
So you're not a drinker?
Alcohol I drink on occasions, even less now because I go to the gym though. However, I do watch a show and I was like, yo, he a bartender, I gotta try his drink.
Nah, respect.
You know, if I'm out, you know, if I'm on a date, I might have a drink here and there and stuff like that. But, you know.
You're not an avid drinker.
Nah, it was more so smoking weed thing because it's like, yo, I mean, anybody that smoke weed, that's an avid lover of smoke weed, you know what I'm talking about. Hey? Like, especially if you smoke by yourself. Because there's a difference when you smoke in a group, is when you start to smoke by yourself, that's when that addiction really takes over.
Nah, yeah, because I feel like social smoking, you're going to see your friends how many times? 3-4 times out of the week. That's not a habit yet. Now, you doing it by yourself, morning, now that becomes a morning, afternoon, evening.
Exactly.
That is a continuous habit. Now you got to watch yourself, how often you doing it. But also, I want to jump into a new topic for a second. I see you brought up on your one of your social media posts, new levels require a new you. Elaborate on the turning point that made you want to become a new you.
I like the transition of this question. Again, I had to stop smoking. You know, I wanted to get in the gym. I wanted to go back to how I used to be per se, because I wasn't born a smoker.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't out the
You know what I
womb
mean?
addicted to weed. That's cap. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like where my life is going, I know it's going to require me to be better in all areas, be more disciplined, give myself no excuses or as minimal excuses as I can, or I try to my best ability. Like a job per se, you know, you have a sick day or a personal day, I give myself at least one excuse every 3 months.
Understandable.
You know what I
You
mean?
all deserve a
So
break. You're not a
I know
robot.
it's going to require a lot for me to, you know, to go where I'm going. I got goals, dreams, aspirations, and stuff like that. So I need to be at my best at all times. Mind clear, you know. The gym kind of like puts me in that. It gives me energy. It's a strange thing, but
I
like,
agree, my
you
man.
know,
Word.
I be feeling tired and I go to the gym. I do my little 1 hour workout and then I'm full of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Now I want to continue to walk around, do my. You feel what I'm saying? Like I want to. After I hit the treadmill a little bit, after my legs feel like noodles, nigga, I want to walk around. No gangster.
Word.
You feel what I'm saying? I
True
feel
story.
better about myself. You don't feel better after a spliff. You know what I'm saying? Once you leave I'm talking about actually leaving the gym. You feel better about yourself. You don't do that after a whole spliff. You tired. You want to sit down for a sec. Probably scroll on TikTok. You know how that shit go.
Yeah, you already know.
You feel what
Or
I'm
play the
saying?
game or,
Gangster. Call a shorty up just to store. You know how that shit go. Time pass when you high. Come on now. But enough about weed. We're going to transition to our next topic, something a little bit more serious. I see you are a religious man. Do you believe having a relationship with God is important in your search for purpose?
Absolutely, 100%. And in my opinion, because I know everybody's different, they got their own beliefs, et cetera, and so forth. But for me, as a man, I think it's important to have a connection with the Most High or whatever you believe in to identify your purpose and what you was born to do on this planet, whether it's, help people, whether it's, create
You feel what
or
I'm saying? Or not everyone's always a leader. Maybe it's to be a supportive play. Be an assistance to someone. Give great advice. You never know. We gonna have supportive. We gonna have different ways our purpose can be of use to other people. But continue to what you were saying.
I think it's also important to have at least, I don't want to exaggerate the time, but maybe at least an hour or two a week, you spend into your spirituality, form that connection. Because sometimes, not sometimes, but all times, everything ain't physical. Some shit is just spiritual nowadays. Like,
Right.
you got to be able to recognize that.
Not everything ain't just plain and white in front of your face. You got to read between the lines, basically.
100.
Word. So give me more conversation about like your background. I see you Haitian, brother. Talk to us about and you seem very passionate about that. I didn't see you on Eastern Parkway rapping this. Now let's talk about this for a second. Man.
Look, man, 1804. You already know, bro.
Yes,
like,
sir.
we first black people to gain our freedom, fight off the French. So that fighter mentality that it's in us. If you ever see a Haitian person, they have this desire to be free, whether it's free from financial independence, whether it's free from control, whether it's just, I got to have that freedom. So it's in me. And, we proud. And our country is poor. Like, it's a lot going on right now. So, the aim is to, make some income, so help my people or help the people that's over here in some type of form or fashion. You know what I mean? And I just like to rep where I'm from. Like, my parents traveled over here. They migrated to this country. They done lived out their dream. Now it's my time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's beautiful, bro. For real. Question. So, expectations from the household. What did your parents expect from you growing up as a child? Right now I see. So, entrepreneur, actor, you philanthropist. You give back to the community. Did they expect this for you as a kid?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Talk to me.
Like, my parents expect me to. And this may sound funny, but the Haitians out there, they know I'm talking about this. They expect you to just go to school, get a job, work your career, and die.
That
Like, for real. Like, but and my mom, she had a vision for me. She wanted me to become a nurse, and that's not me. But shout out to all the nurses.
No,
but
word.
this is what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a job too. At the same time, I'm an entrepreneur, and I know that in heart. Like,
and that's what you embody.
I'm a serial entrepreneur. This is what I have to do. Like, it makes me feel good. Like, whatever I do in terms of that, it pushes me forward, make me get up every day, submerge into my mind and be like, yo, all right, what's the next plan? What's the next move? What's this? What's that? You know what I'm saying?
I love that because you're actually being more authentic to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You actually, so did you try the nurse route that your mother wanted for you?
I did.
Uh-huh.
I did. I went
Where
and I
did it
took the
stop?
test and I failed.
All right.
And
Hey, at least that told you when, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this
I
not my
already knew it wasn't
playground.
for me though, but
Okay.
I was at that time I was just like, all right, let me make her happy. Let me see.
Give it a try.
Yeah, you know, and it was just like, even though I knew it wasn't the right goal, I was just like, I felt it. I was just like, yo, even when I was taking the test, my heart wasn't in it. I was just like, yo, let me just do these answers and da 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 da.
Give it a try.
You know what I'm saying? Just so she know that I gave it a try, but it's not for me. I told her what I do. Like even now, like you know, doing entrepreneurship, she's like, oh, you're gonna go through a whole bunch of stuff. You're not gonna make no money and blah 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 blah
You
and
already signed, you knew what we signed up for. You know what I'm saying?
right and those of you that are looking to be an entrepreneur.
Take note.
Got to understand it ain't about the money, even though that's the byproduct of what we do. It's about the journey. It's about learning the trades, learning what to do, personal development, and stuff like that. Because your income is a direct reflection of who you are at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't grow in that aspect, how's your business gonna grow?
That's definitely right.
You know what I'm saying? So she don't get that, and that's cool. You know, my dad's an entrepreneur. You know, he got a construction business. I get it from him.
Shouts out the pops.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Nah, I fuck with that word. So you definitely picked up the entrepreneur aspect from your father's side, while your mother wanted you to try to become a nurse, but obviously you had better plans for that. All right, shouts out to Mom Dukes and Pops for the inspiration
Shout out
regardless.
to love you, mom.
All right. Now, 2025 vision board. What do you hope to see yourself accomplish, learn, or plans for this year?
It's a good question. I plan to see myself doing more podcasts as well. You know, getting my story out there, being on different platforms, because I feel like all the platforms, like yourself, like Brees, shout out to him.
Shout out to What's Cooking podcast.
Shout out to DJ Scripts. Shout out to Born by Guy podcast. You know, I feel like these are the upcoming podcasts that's going to be at the top in the near future.
Thank you, bro.
So I want to go back and be like, yo, he was on there.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like,
lay your foundation early.
like yeah, exactly. And all the other ones out there, like, you know, I want to be on it too. Like, talk about what I'm doing because, you know, I have a lot of knowledge to give, and it would be a shame for me to just keep it all to myself with all the experience that I've accumulated throughout my life and stuff like that. And, you know, I be treating stuff like this like a press run. You know what I mean? Let me go out here, get up, and it's fun. It's really fun.
Promote your brand. It's
Right.
not a hard thing to do.
You know what I'm saying? With the way the day and age is nowadays, like, if you're an entrepreneur, you need to be doing stuff like that. From my perspective, how I see it, you know?
Nah, word. And now you've brought up 4 different podcast platforms you've been on. How are you so comfortable talking in front of a camera?
Started from the music.
Started from the music, okay.
You know, doing shows and going to the studio and spitting in front of people and doing events and people come and see you and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie, I was nerve-wracking in the beginning, but after a while, you kind of become numb to it. And then when I got into network marketing and learning public speaking, how to talk to people, or even in sales, you know, talking to people and being comfortable with what you're saying and understanding, like, you know, people are watching you, the camera's on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got comfortable with it. Like, over the years, just developing that habit. I look at it as a habit. Like, okay, all right, boom, boom, boom. Again, acting too, you know?
Honestly, so from acting and music and the interactions that you have with people at your job or whatever, it basically molded you into becoming better for a camera.
Right, exactly.
I take notes, y'all. Maybe, let's just say you were working a customer service, bro. You were front desk at Macy's, bro. You're still interacting with people. You can use that as an experience. Take away the person, put a camera in front of yourself. How would you talk in front of that camera?
Facts.
It's real easy, real smooth.
Absolutely.
It's not even that hard. Word. I want to jump into music for a second. Artists, I see you bump a lot of motivational music, hip hop to be exact. A lot of Fabulous, Jadakiss, Meek Mill. Who are some of like your motivational music when you listen to when you're in the gym or just that keep you going?
It's very, very random. Right now, you may laugh right now, but right now when I go to the gym, I'm bumping Roman Reigns, Head of the Table.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my WWE fans.
Yo, I'm
Respectfully.
bumping that.
Gangsta.
Or I'm listening to Nickelback, or I'm listening to
You going
Red
all
Hot
across
Chili.
the genre.
Yeah,
Nah, I fuck
I'm
with that. We
random,
ain't
bro.
just locking in with just hip hop.
You know, it might be hip hop, it might be, you know, some Joe. It all depends on my mood. It might be some R&B, it might be some Eminem, it might be some Jadakiss, some Fab, it might be some Mary J. Blige. It all depends because I'm a musician at the end of the day. So I always listen to a lot of different types of music because they give me a different type of feeling. Depending on how I'm feeling at the moment, this is what I want to listen to. You know what I'm saying?
What was some of the type of music that you heard growing up from childhood?
Oh,
Sundays in the morning. What did you hear when your family cleaned up?
Yo, shout out to my brother, man. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have a career doing music. But he used to bombard me. Like, when I'm talking about all day, Wu-Tang, Nas, Biggie,
He had him on a burnt CD
The
disc, right?
Locks.
Yeah, 90s baby, 80 baby shit. You know what's up.
The Lost Boys, Redman, Method Man,
Quality.
who else? Missy, Eve, Rough Riders, DMX, Ja Rule. Yo, he used to just go down the line, bro. And I used to be annoyed as a kid because, to be honest, I'm like, yo, you playing all this goddamn music. I want some quiet. But you know, internally, like you listening to an audio book, like you pick up what they saying.
On the terms, the
The
lingo,
rhymes,
the trends.
the lingo, the beats. It kind of like stuck in my head throughout my entire life, and I just like, oh, okay. And I thank him for that. Like, I'm glad you did that, even though I used to complain all the time. Like, you know.
So was your big brother like a heavy influence on you on the music aspect as well as acting, or just mostly for music?
Just more so the music. My other brother too, he actually started doing music way before me. You know, and he used to go to the studio with my man and you know, they had like a little camp called Blue Steel, and he would bring like back when we was burning CDs,
For me?
he would bring something down there, and he'd be like, "Yo, take a listen to this," and I'd give him feedback. And then one day he just brought me to the studio, and I was like, "Yo, what you want me to do here?" He's like, "Yo, I want you to get on this track and lay a 16." I'm like, "Yo, bro, I'm not a rapper, man." Like, so I went in there, and I just happen to have the talent of writing. I've always been a writer. I like to write. Like, you know, when they be like, you know, write a long essay, I go mad hard.
You know what I'm saying?
So one day I was like, all right, let me just see what happens. I went in there, I wrote like something, I laid the 16 down, and they was looking at me like, you know, I invented fire. Like, yo, bro, like, you nice. Like,
You
I'm
feel
like,
me?
nah, it ain't like that. It was like, no, seriously, like,
That made you want
until
to take
you
your
go
craft
back and listen to it. Like, that's a gift within itself. Like, people don't understand how powerful music is. When you go in the studio, you record something, you go home, and you listen to yourself, you like, oh, okay.
You actually impressed. This
Yeah,
sounds smooth.
yeah. And I was like, yo, I actually sound all right. Like, you know,
Me
they not
drop
lying
this.
to me. They're not gassing
Now
me.
you know
So-
your friends are just support. Yo, this shit fire, bro. Nah, they actually give you quality feedback, and I fuck with that. Shout out to your friends who actually was honest with you, because if they would have told you it was bullshit, I'm pretty sure they would have told you if it was bullshit.
Right, they definitely would have.
Nah, I fuck with that, definitely. Now we gonna change topics for a little bit. Let's talk about relationship game for a little bit. Love life. Do you have to date someone who is of same culture of you? Do you have to date a Haitian woman?
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
Yeah, I started over with hot seat already, my man.
Spicy. Honestly, whatever God throws my way,
Great, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, great answer.
I'm just gonna accept that. As long as we got the same values, you know, in terms of mindset, you know, direction. You know, I like the whole 2-parent household.
Yeah.
Get married. I don't believe in getting divorced. Like, that's what my mindset is. Like, you know, I want to have children, et cetera, and so forth. As long as we're on the same type of timing, that's cool. If she's Haitian, that's a plus. I wouldn't be mad at that. But again, I'm just open. You know what I mean?
All right. Date nights. What is one of Lynx's? Let's just say a show or girl that sparked your interest or whatever. What is a prime date night for Lynx? Where would you take her? Now you don't want to give out too much sauce. You don't want the fellas to run game. Now, yeah. So try to give the spot without yeah.
I would say it depends on the individual. Every lady's different. You know, they got different views on what they consider a good date.
Yeah.
And what's a good time. Some people like to go out to eat and drinks. Some people like activity. Let's go do something.
Some people like spoken word.
Some people like going to church. Some people like going for a walk in the park, nice
Feel me?
scenery. Some people like, let's just chill and get and talk, have a conversation and vibe out.
You feel me?
So it all depends on the lady. Some people like fancy stuff. Some people like you spend a good amount of money on it to make it feel good, but it all depends. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say one shoe fits all sizes, but yeah. Some people like to go to Barnes and Nobles and read.
You feel what I'm saying?
It all depends on the young lady, really.
Nah, definitely. So you basically just try to what's the word?
Compliment their mindset.
Compliment. Yup.
Yeah, whatever they find intriguing, and I'll be like, all right, we're gonna do that. Like, boom.
What is one quality or trait that your ex would say about you? Nah, that's a good one too. Word.
Is she keeping it a band, or she just running off the mouth for a feeling?
Nah, keep it in being honest. Yeah, not no bullshit. Oh, fuck that nigga. No.
If she's keeping it a band, she gonna say I'm very protective with love. She gonna say that I'm strict. She gonna say I get shit done. I make very minimal excuses. I hold them all accountable with love. Again, because I don't think women understand when a man holds you accountable. It's their form of love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna say, well, all of them gonna say, I made them better. And I'm not just saying that because it's me, because that's just the value of a man that I bring. Like, if I'm around you, how am I not going to add value to you? That's just the
We
way
all
that
men.
I
That's
see
what we
it.
do. We provide something. You provided a upbringing. You feel what I'm saying? Not upbringing, but a level up to the ladies. Word. They always taught. They taught them something when they left. So word, respectfully.
They're going to also say I'm very indifferent. I have my own thought process. I march to the beat of my own drum. They might say that I'm emotional. I'm not emotional, excuse me. But it's not that I'm not emotional. What it is like I have a high emotional intelligence. So I don't react off everything.
Yeah,
You know what I
everything
mean?
doesn't get your attention.
Not that I don't get my attention. I pay attention. What I'm saying is
Your response.
exactly. Like I'd be like, all right,
That's it. Yeah, some people would take that as, oh, you're being nonchalant. Not everything deserves a response.
right, exactly.
Your feedback is your time. You're giving energy. You're giving something. Make sure that time is valuable. So I totally understand you on that. Nah, word. Now we're gonna jump tracks for a little bit. I want to talk about philanthropy for a 2nd. Your ability to give back to the community. Your community, by the way, which is
My black people, my Hispanic people, my white people,
nah, I love that.
anybody that I know. You from any of my old neighborhoods, or you from New York, or we just have this vibe. I like to give back. I feel like God blessed me, and He's gonna continue to bless me. I just feel like life can't always be a take. Sometimes you gotta give back.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So
So I want to jump on this. You actually gave away food during Thanksgiving at Drip BK Lounge. Tell us a little about this. Was this 2024 Thanksgiving?
yes, that
All
was
right.
shout out to my man Pastor Sander. He had the idea. He knows what I'm about. He had recently lost his moms, and rather than use that energy to like sulk and mourn, he used that energy like, yo, let's just give back. I need help. Who want to help? Let's get to it. I jumped on it immediately because I was having a good year. I made a decent amount of money. I said, yo, why not just give back to people? Like, there's plenty of people that are starving, that need some food. And we had a good turnout. We fed over 250 people.
Nah, that's
And it
amazing.
felt great. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm out there in the streets with him. Hey, y'all guys want to eat? Come over here. We got pans and pans and pans and pans and pans of food. Shout out to BK Drip Lounge for having us, having a spot. Shout out to the people that made the food too. I just wanted to give back. I'm from Flatbush as well, so I just want to,
Respect.
you know what I mean?
Nah, I love that. So what do you enjoy about giving back to the community? Why does that something that you feel what I'm saying pleases you?
That's part of my purpose. Making like I said on the other podcast, my purpose in life is to change the vibration of what's going on right here. Like, love. I want when people see me, they want to be like, yo, this guy always showing love to anybody.
And
It
this is
don't
the
matter
first.
who it is. I ain't got to know you to show love.
That's a fact.
Like, at the end of the day, like, and I realized one thing about New Yorkers too, and
Uh oh.
we are some of the rudest people on the planet.
Yeah, we all. I ain't gonna lie. Even myself, sometimes we do tend to become assholes when we in a rush or when we have shit going on in our day. And when someone's in the way of that, we just say, "Fuck it, get out my way. Let me go handle what I'm handling."
Yo,
And
like I
it's
said good morning to somebody the other day, and she just looked at me
like, what the fuck?
like I was foreign. Like I was like, oh, I was driving the other day, and I let somebody cut in front of me, and I didn't even get a honk or a horn or save or wait. Like damn, bro. Like I gave somebody asked me for $5. I gave it to him. I didn't
Not
even
even a
get a
thank
thank
you.
you.
That's New York
Like
City for you.
yeah, I'm like damn, yo, we some rude ass people.
Bro, step out this tri-state. The minute you walk outside, neighbor, how's it going, bud? Hey, how's it going?
That's
Hey,
what somebody just said. Hello, how you doing to me? Like
you pumping
it's my
gas,
first time in this area.
bro. You pumping gas. The person that's right next to you. Hey, how's it going, brother? Have a good one. God bless. For no reason when you down out of state. I'm like, nah. I really feel like I wish New York adapted to some of those hospitality skills. We're just
Some New Yorkers won't even wish you a happy birthday, but a jumping Janet Jackson comment and, "Hey, happy birthday, Janet!" Like it's
that's
wild.
all
Like
right.
it's really wild, bro.
He's like, my auntie love you.
Like it's crazy, son. Like for real. Like we got to step it up as New Yorkers. We claim we from the greatest city in the world. We got to have the hospitality to match it. That's all I'm saying. Like
Nah, for real. And that's why I appreciate you stepping forth and being this like the forefront for this. You continuously want to push love and this positivity and giving someone resources. I really see how your purpose aligns with what you do. From the acting to the philanthropy to the music. Let's piggyback over the acting. What movies have you been in my fault. We gonna run this back. What did I say before?
the movies you talk about. But to answer your question, Brooklyn Fever. Love is Blind web series episodes. I mean, season 1 and 2. There's a movie that's coming out right now called Behavior. It's coming real soon to Tubi. It's probably my favorite right now. I'm telling y'all right now, when y'all see it,
Check it out on Tubi, y'all.
I'm just waiting for the word. I got another one that I'm working in. I got an appearance in there too. I can't talk about it again. I signed the NDA.
Yeah, it's
You know
all
what I'm
good.
saying? So shout out to that. And it's a lot coming out too.
No, definitely. I appreciate that. Word. Let's talk Attire for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry not to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Life of a Zoe.
Life of a Zoe. Yeah, let's talk about this.
I'm not in that movie, but I was part of the production team. I helped, select the cast. I helped select the locations and stuff like that. So, and we got a #1 plaque for it too, for being the #1 movie all summer on Tubi. Great accomplishment. So, I love that. You know what I mean?
Nah, for real. So when you wake up every day, how does it feel to have some of your productions? You can see yourself on a TV. How does it feel to open up your app and to see yourself on television, bro? Be honest. And we not talking YouTube neither.
In the beginning, it was like I was enamored with myself. I ain't gonna hold you because it's like
Stunning.
wow, like that feeling is just different. But now I'm kind of like used to it. It's
Regular.
like,
You can see, just another episode, me killing it, regular shit.
it's more so me taking out my little black and white notebook and just taking notes on how I could get better. Watching other people do what they do. I'm like, okay, this is how I could get better too. Or just watching movies. Like I'm a movie head, so I don't even watch movies regularly anymore. I just take notes all day. I'm doing my homework. Like I'm that much locked into it. So, it's kind of like at that stage right now.
No, I love that. Word. So me personally, for my craft, I definitely did go to bartending school. Did you have to go to acting school?
Oh,
And if
I'm
so,
glad you said that.
And if so, how many months or years did it take?
In the beginning, no. Like I said, it was a personal talent that I felt I always knew how to do. However, we do have acting workshops every Tuesday in Brooklyn on Atlantic Avenue. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Jonathan for making it happen. So I do practice. I get to do what I do every Tuesday. For more information, just check out the page. I'm sure I posted it on there. However, I am going to acting school too. Actually starts next week.
Acting school coming up soon.
So
2025. He's starting the year right. Beginning of February. This man locked in.
you already know.
No, I like that. Are you eager for it? What's some things you anticipate for acting school?
They had like a introduction class and just learning the business. That's the first thing that caught me, like, because my thing, whatever I get into, I forget about the skills, I forget about the glamorization of it. What is the business side of it? So I can understand.
fundamental.
Yes, you know what I mean? And that's what I picked up from the introduction is the business side of it. Like, things of that. Because I read the book on it, and then once you actually go through the introduction class, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, cool, boom. Now I'm ready just to learn like what they have to offer between the talent manager, the scouts. They teaching you how to do what's it called? Like audition tape. Send an audition tape in. How to set up your home a certain way. The different acting techniques that you learn.
All right.
The whole shebang. You know what I mean?
No, I love that. That's hard.
So but it was watching acting is just you would just think, all right, it's just this and that, like
It's
the
more
crying
intricate
techniques,
than what you is.
like
than what you
how to
think it
make
is.
myself cry, and it's a mental thing, like
You really got to put yourself in the place of, you know what I'm saying? Wherever
Right.
you acting at. Nah, shouts out to that word. Now, let's talk about comedic shows for a second. So I know acting, you're familiar with a lot of TV shows, black comedy shows growing up. What are 5, or just give me your top 3 influential black fathers from comedy shows growing up? Mine personally, the father from Penny Proud, Pops from the Wayans brothers. You feel what I'm saying?
He's number 1 for me.
All right, let's keep the ball rolling. We could do Peter from Family Guy. Give me influential fathers in TV shows.
Pops, you already mentioned. Al Bundy. Robert Townsend from The Parenthood. I gotta throw Carl Winslow in there too. And
I'll be going front. If you want to take this one out, I'm gonna say it.
I'm trying to remember the name of the show. What's the name of the show that LL Cool J was in? It used to come on UPN Channel 9.
Bro, miss me with that one.
Okay. What's the father's name for Moesha?
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna put his picture up so y'all can know what he's talking about. He took a great one for that one. But me, I'm gonna gotta say Flex from One on One.
That's a good one too.
Flex from One on One, the Pops from King of Hill, and George Lopez. Be done. That's
Homer
it.
Simpson.
No, be good. Homer Simpson.
And I'm gonna give you one more too. The Pops from Everybody Hate Chris.
There we go, Mr. Cheat. Come on, now I see him right now. 66 cents. God damn it. Oh yeah. Now I love that though. We all could piggyback for our favorite influential fathers. All right. Now let's talk about movies for a second. Any movie that made you shed a tear, like real shit.
Absolutely.
Me personally, I say Avatar.
Don't laugh at me, but Lion King.
All right, no.
Lion King. Made me shed a tear. Like, John Q. Losing Isaiah with Halle Berry. Can I include Power?
No, you definitely, yeah, you can.
I could include Power. It was a scene where when Ghost's daughter got shot. That shit was mad sad.
Yeah.
Mad sad. I ain't gonna hold you.
Speaking of which, how do you feel about the graphic scenes of acting? Like when shit get physical, when you know what I'm saying, a character has to die off the scene and it's very gruesome, very gory. How do you feel about things like that?
I think that's when your acting skills are tested. Because then you have to really make it look real.
You know what I'm saying?
And to draw out that emotion, like, like, oh my God, this person just got shot and it looked mad real. Or, So it sucks that somebody got killed off, but it's part of the storyline. So it is what it is. Also when 50 Cent got killed off the storyline, I was tight. That was my guy, man.
That was fire.
Shout out to 50 if you're watching too, He's a great actor.
Salute. Any podcasts besides the ones that you've been on stand out to you? Like, we talking YouTube, the Shannon podcast, $1 Million Worth of Game. Which podcast sticked out to you the most?
There's a couple actually. Earn Your Leisure.
Shouts out to Earn Your EYL.
I'm trying to remember the name of this podcast. Dang, it's called Success Something. It's these 2 black guys. Damn, I don't know the name of it, but more so people that I know of. I like Stephen A. Smith's podcast too.
Stephen A. is dope. Yeah.
I like Shannon Sharp's, obviously, is on there. I like Drink Champs.
Drink Champs is dope.
What else? I like Math Hoffa's show too.
With the barbershop. That's fire. That's fire. Nah, definitely. Let me see. Besides from this, so I see you ain't really messing with the drinks like that. Why is like liquor or this alcohol something that you stayed away from? Since you already knew marijuana was your vice, you said I already got enough.
So I don't know if a lot of people know this specifically for men, but alcohol is a testosterone killer. And if you're in the gym on a regular basis, you're gonna notice the difference when you be like, damn, I had a night where I drunk and I'm in the gym. You feel a little bit weaker than you did. You know, that 160, curl.
Now you pulling
feel a little-
140.
Yeah, exactly. You feel it. Like, you definitely feel it. And I'm not saying, again, I do drink occasionally.
Yeah.
But in moderation. To get to the goal where I want to be in terms of working out, I know I have to definitely limit in moderation. Like, when we done with this, I'm drinking mad water.
No, well, I feel
You
you.
know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And speaking of which, you actually the first guest that came up on here that's not asking for a round two. Everybody that come up here, y'all some fucking alky. You already 30 minutes in the episode, we both cup done. We talking about we about to pause it and make another drink before we get back. This shit, man, please. My brother's still on his first and me over 40 minutes over. No, I fuck with that though. Word, moderate drinker. I appreciate you.
Yo, I started off of Henny.
You started off with dark liquor?
I used to be a Henny drinker, and I was like bougie with it too.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
I wouldn't drink regular Henny. Only XO,
Oh yeah.
Privilege, Black,
Damn,
White.
nigga.
That's it. Like,
Yeah, you taking that toll.
yo, we was wilding at one point.
I
Like,
did
that's
that.
it. So, but now, like, over the years, I'm just like, you ever seen somebody that drinks a little bit too much and they look way older than they supposed to?
Yeah.
And they look drunked out, or some people look smoked out.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
You don't want to put that tag on your name.
right. And as I get older, I don't want to look like that. You feel me? Like, I got this young look to me, and I want to keep it that way.
You know what I'm saying? Baby face, keep it clean.
I want
Word.
people to be like, yo, what the fuck is his age?
What happened, niggas? You don't want niggas to come, yo, what happened to you?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't what happened to me now. Don't
Like,
do that.
damn, homie. In high school, you look the man,
Man,
homie.
homie, respectfully, word. Now, let's talk about some of the different acts of philanthropy that you've done. You've also met Coach Tanisha, right? Talk about how you came about and how y'all networked.
I actually met Coach Tanisha through a good friend of mine called Faith. Faith Forward is on Instagram. Shout out to her. She's an amazing young lady. She invited me to this cruise in Long Island. There was like a whole bunch of ladies there. I'm like, damn, I'm like the only guy there. And I don't feel no type of way about that. But,
Yeah.
when you like the only guy in a situation, it's like you got to have the attention span for all of them, because women like to talk. You know what I'm saying?
You having like these conversations at once, really.
Right, and I didn't even know I knew who she was because I seen her picture before. She was a #1 seller with her book, The Wealth of ABCs.
Yeah.
And I was like, and the one I seen, I'm like, yo, you look mad familiar. And then she was like, yeah, I'm a best-selling author. And I'm like, oh, snap. Boom, boom, boom. You never know who you meet at the end of the day. Me and her, she's a Taurus like me. Shout out to the
Taurus
Taurus
gang in the
out
building.
there.
You see the shirt.
And we just hit it off. Like, at the end of the day, she was like, thank you for coming to my birthday party, et cetera, and so forth. She gave me this gift. I'm not going to say what it was, but she gave me this gift. And ever since, like, a lot of positivity. I still got it in my room right now. A lot of positivity, even more so. It's like I even got more positive reinforcement coming around. So, whenever she always giving me, game in terms of finance or what to do. And so I just support her 100%. I'm going to be at her wealth and wellness event. And, I'm glad you just brought that up.
Yes, sir.
Any lady that's looking to get their mental right, their income right, and be around a circle of positive ladies that's doing things, I'm personally sponsoring 1 or 2 ladies that are very serious and committed to go to the event. It's March 16th, I believe.
Mark your calendar. It's March 16th.
And, that's just my good deed of doing my community work. I don't care who it is. If you really want to go, Lynx got you.
Yep. Great opportunity. Trust me, you don't want to miss.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, before I wrap this up, I just wanted to highlight some of the things that you've done over the past couple of years, boss. Now, would you say entering into 2025, you're clear-minded, you're impressed with what you've done so far, and you're ready to see better endeavors?
100%, but, this goes.
It bumps in the road.
I don't know where I get this from. I probably get this from my dad or whatever, but I'm just so, like, right here with my accomplishments. Excuse me. I'm not too high. I'm not too low. I'm just in between. I like to remain balanced and humble.
You're out on your high horse, but you've done something.
Right. And, even if made like $10 million, I would act completely the same. You wouldn't even know. I would just be regular, like, because I'm more so about balance now. Balancing my light and my dark, balancing my high and my lows, just in between, keep myself calm. Like, because sometimes I learn from other people's experiences, whether they successes or they failures. You know what I'm saying? So I just remain at that middle ground where nothing is overtaking me and nothing is just like making me feel like I can't accomplish it. Excuse me.
That's what's up. Word, definitely. Well, thank you for being on this platform. It was a pleasure for you talking about all the aspects that you've been able to accomplish. I'm impressed.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you for having me, champ. It's been a good time.
All right, now give the peoples could they find your social medias, and all your Amazon Prime links and Tubi movies.
Okay, so you can find all of the Tubi movies on Amazon Prime. I said the Tubi movies. The FlowX Films movies. The FlowX Films page is on there. Shout out to Juan, Baz, and Rollo. Once again, I've loved them so much. Every single project is on Tubi. Some of his projects is on Amazon as well. He also has the FlowFix app. My social medias is Lynx. That's Lynx _ charming. And yes, that's my real name for those that are people wondering, because I get that all the time. You holler at somebody, they be like, yo, you trying to give me your fake name, your street name? I'm like, nah, that's my real name.
Real deal.
Yeah, that's where you can find me. Again, that's Lynx _ CHARMING.
Links _ charming on all social media platforms. All right. Thank you for being here, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me once again on this dope platform.
Sturdy. That was smooth. Went a little bit over the hour, but
It's all good. I think we were late anyway.
Let this shit load up. Recording has uploaded. I was making see a highlight. Hey, left cam. Oh yeah, damn, brother.